to have you here at Carnegie Hall. You'll be performing tonight, and you live in Maryland?
No, Delaware.
Oh, Delaware, yes. And you're here to perform what piece tonight?
I'm going to be playing Vivaldi's Four Seasons, but the Winter, for the first and second movement.
I see. Now, I want to back up a little bit because I read in your bio that you won a contest and a competition when you were 9 years old, and now you're, how old are you now?
12.
12?
Yes.
And how old were you when you started playing the violin?
I was about to turn 7.
6 and 7?
Yeah.
Well, if you picked up the violin when you were 6 or 7, how did you happen to be playing in a competition just 2 years later when you're 9? You must have progressed pretty fast.
I would say, like in the beginning, I think I did pick up the instrument pretty quickly, but yeah, I think, yeah.
Progressed. And what was it about the violin that made you want to keep practicing? Because I'm sure you practice more than 5 minutes a day.
Yes. I think I liked how there's like different like strings, and then you can just like use your fingers to like press on the notes, and then you have like a bow to just like make sound out of it. And I thought it was pretty fun, like how you can make sound out of like a wooden little like toy sort of.
And now the sound you're making, it's music, and that's the whole point of it. And what is it about the music that you play that attracts you? Because you wouldn't have been practicing so hard unless you liked that music. What is it about the music that you like?
I think I like how there's like the different strings. I think I like how the different strings have different tones almost, and the different classical pieces. I think like you can get very different characters out of the different pieces.
And tonight you said you're doing the Vivaldi?
Yes.
Which movement? The Winter movement?
I'm playing Winter, first and second movement.
You are?
Yes.
Yeah. Backed up with an ensemble?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you played the Vivaldi before?
Yeah.
And what other pieces are you working on?
Right now, well, more recently, I've been working on the Mendelssohn Concerto.
Mendelssohn?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll perform that someday?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a wonderful piece.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best-known violin concertos in the world. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you like the way it sounds, and you like playing it. Have you tried to play it through at home, just the violin part?
The first movement, yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard other violinists on record play it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any violinists that you find really interesting and inspirational?
I think I like Anne-Sophie Mutter because I think she can like make any piece sound very expressive. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I also understand that you enjoy composing. Wow. And what sort of music are you composing?
Um, Usually just classical, just like I wouldn't say it's like it's very different like than like Mozart or Vivaldi or Mendelssohn, but it's near that sort of genre.
And how do you think up the melodies? Do they just come to your head, or do you pick them out on the violin or the piano?
Yeah, I think usually I'm just like playing around on violin, and then I just start to like pick up a melody and I just like write it down.
And are your pieces for solo violin, or do you try to write for other instruments?
Usually just violin because I don't quite understand some of the other instruments.
Well, starting with one instrument is very good. So you can learn all about how one instrument works, and then maybe the other string instruments or the similarity, and then as you progress, maybe you'll learn other instruments, how to write for them.
Yeah.
And you like orchestral music?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any
Yeah.
favorite symphonies?
Not quite, but I just like how the orchestra altogether sounds.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to go to many concerts?
Yeah, I've gone to many of the Philadelphia orchestras.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, like just listening to their concerts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good orchestra. One of the best in the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matthew, welcome
Yes.
to Carnegie Hall, and you'll be performing tonight at the Wild Recital Hall, which is right in Carnegie Hall. You excited?
I'm very excited. It's actually not my first time at Wild Hall, but this is my first time recently and since the pandemic, so I'm very excited to be back.
And what did you do when you were here before?
When I was here before, it was for a different competition called American Protégé. I performed some different solo piano pieces. I think I was around 10 the last time I played it. I think I actually performed a song by the Beatles.
You
at
did?
one time, yeah.
Arranged for, obviously, for piano.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And what other pieces did you, was that the only piece you played at that time?
I played a bunch of different pieces. I played another piece by Haydn. I'm playing the Haydn Concerto in D major, the first movement today, but I believe that performance I played another Haydn sonata in E major, but I can't clearly remember what exactly I played.
No, I understand that your interest goes, in addition to your study of the piano, you're interested in jazz and also songwriting. Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
And where does that come from? What sort of inspiration do you have writing songs?
The songwriting? Yeah, so I've always been the creative type and I guess a bit introspective in a way, so I think I love writing in general as well, so I guess finding the connection between emotions, words, and pairing that with music, it really creates a fun experience for me.
And do you come up with the words yourself, or are they your own lyrics, or do
Usually, yes.
Have you tried setting other poems or before?
I actually have a Shel Silverstein poem when I was about 8. It was interesting.
And that was for piano and voice?
Yes, it was.
And are you a singer as well? Do you sing and play?
I've tried as of late, yeah. And for most of the songs, I try to use my voice. It's a great way to accompany myself in a way. Like knowing voice and piano, it's a great way to get your pieces in shape and knowing exactly what's coming from your writing process.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you can start the beginning, so I understand your tempi.
Yeah, of course. So I'll just give you a general metronome mark range as well. So I think a safe zone, I guess, is from anywhere between 132 and 138.
Yeah, I beat it in 2.
Okay.
Pa, pa, da, ba, pa, 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 pa.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep on going.
Oh, keep on. Should I just
Very
play
good.
till the end?
What?
Should I play the entire piece or should I just play?
If you want to.
Okay, yeah, I guess it'll help. Yeah, I'm gonna start over and play the whole piece.
Yeah. La, la, la. Good. Keep on going.
Yeah, I'm gonna start where it stops.
Yeah.
And in terms of popular song, what are you attracted to? Are you attracted to what they call the Great American Songbook, Irving Berlin and that school, and Gershwin, or what?
I'd say all kinds of music, but since you mentioned Gershwin, when I first started trying out jazz, I loved composing. I loved arranging classical pieces, popular classical pieces, into jazz versions in a sort of Gershwin style, as he sort of incorporated jazz influences into classical music. And I think that's sort of where I started when I listened to the first piece. I think it was Rhapsody in Blue. It was sort of a perfect fusion between the two genres.
So you like taking a classical piece, let's say a melody, and jazzing it up.
Yes, that's actually exactly what I did for the cadenza, which I'll play after the concerto today. And that's, for the Haydn Concerto D major, that's definitely what I pride myself the most on for that piece, and I'm excited to perform that.
So you wrote the cadenza.
I wrote the cadenza, of course, based on the core themes and the melodies, and
Right.
I added a bit of jazz stuff.
And will you be improvising, or is that, did you write it out so that you'll actually be performing something you wrote?
I did write it out. Well, I never physically wrote it out, but I just played it over and over again until I had it in my mind. But the only part I have written out is the ending, so of course we can get the connection with the orchestra. Good.
So will you be winging it a little bit tonight during the cadenza, or are you going to be, or do you, as you say, you've played it so often, you've got it pretty well down?
I'd say it changes a bit every time, but not in terms of the notes,
Right.
but more in terms of expression and how I play it. So it can be tempo, where I take pauses, where I speed up, where I slow down, where I bring up the energy or bring it down. I think that's what's always changing about it, but the notes always stay the same.
Right.
I understand it. You don't have to write it. I understand it.
Okay.
The part before the kind of thrill that you do, it gets more excited, and then it comes with that thrill. I think it shouldn't be any problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it should.
Or otherwise just bring the end of it. But I think I understand it.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you taken any other classical pieces and tried to jazz them up?
Not as of late. The cadenza is the most recent example, but I made a bunch of silly sonatas out of different Mozart sonatinas, and that was when I was much younger, and that was some of the most fun I had with that kind of fusion.
Yeah, and did you write those pieces out, or you just
Those I did have written out.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. How old were you when you did that?
Probably around 8 or 9.
Yeah. So, are you writing any original compositions besides the songs that you mentioned?
Yes, all the time. So, the most recent project I worked on, I composed, for songwriting, I wrote a song called Twisted Perception of Love. And then I made an orchestral arrangement of it, or at least not orchestra, a string quartet arrangement of it. And that was my most recent project.
Exciting. Are you familiar with Michael Feinstein's work?
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, he's a pianist and a singer who plays here at Zenkel 3 or 4 times a year. If you get a chance to go to a Michael Feinstein concert, I highly recommend it, because he's probably an authority on the American Songbook, knew all the lyricists, knew everybody connected with American song, and is a wonderful pianist and singer and entertainer. So I highly recommend. I think you'll enjoy hearing Michael. As I say, he lives here, and he plays at here in this hall a lot.
Yeah.
Zenkel.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And so you're now, what grade are you in?
I'm in 9th grade.
And what are your future plans? Do you think you'll stick with music or as a career, or are you too early to tell?
I'd certainly hope so. Yeah, definitely. I want to try to be in the music world somewhere, whether it's writing songs for people or helping in film scoring or performance. Yeah, anywhere in the music world something that I have fun with.
Yeah.
That would be interesting for me.
Well, it strikes me that your interests in music are so varied. What with the ability to play a Haydn concerto and write a cadenza for it, and your interest in song and writing, I think there's a place for you. You'll find a place. And I just urge you to keep going at it and try to track down Michael if you can. See if you can find out more about Art Tatum, because again, Oscar Peterson loved him, so there's an affinity. You already have that affinity.
Yeah.
I will tell you that Art was blind, so that might impress you. I can never get over it when I hear him play and see him play. So continued good luck. I can't wait. I'm especially looking forward to that cadenza. I mean, I know the piece, and it's a wonderful piece, but the cadenza, I will be really listening intently for, because I can't wait.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. you.